welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another ranking video. Of what exactly? We're ranking every Big Nate Groundhog Day comics. Here's some rules. It must be creative. It can't, before and after Groundhog Day comics count. And it must be interesting. So without let's just get started. 32, 1993. Would you ever react to this? Well, I would just give you a straight no, because, this is kinda not that good. It can scare some people, and honestly, it just doesn't really look great, and definitely didn't age well. Like, seriously, what is this? 31, 1991. Wow, do you like that signature? No, I mean, it's okay, but seriously, just focusing on a signature for a comic, like, seriously, why? I mean, it's an okay comic, I'll give you that, but why would anyone like to hear about a comic about a signature? This is just bad. 30, 2000. This comic has some similar vibes to our original comic idea about, Nate, taking a picture with Mrs. Godfrey sleeping, and then, yeah. This is similar to that, so why would you recycle this joke again? Like, seriously, it's not, I like the joke, but why would you recycle it? Like, come on! 29, 2019. This one is a little boring. It's all about, Nate, and Mr. Ross, I'm telling you how the still life is eaten, and it tries to fill up the gaps. Honestly, can you think of a better idea than this? 28, 2011. All it is Nate giving a nickname to Mr. Kane. I don't know. But, still, honestly, this comic is very simple, and is a comic that definitely hasn't aged well. Like, just one comic strip. 27, 2002. All it is about Nate arguing about Arthur, how Arthur is awesome, and how he ended up beating the chess match. Like, seriously, this is a little boring. It's definitely not the greatest to look at. 26, 2001. So, Nate tries to say goodbye to Mark, and he never listens. Like, really, it's, like, in, like, a story arc for 2001, it's fine. But since we're comparing every Groundhog Day on, like, February 2nd, it's boring just as it is. So, yeah, I don't like this. 25, 1996. All it is a fight between Mark, Nate, and Francis. And honestly, as it is, it's just boring. And, honestly, it just doesn't make me laugh at all. 24, 1995. So, as it is, it's just, Ellen and Kenny, just are talking about the winter formal, and honestly, just as it is, it's very bare minimum, and it's just not a thing that you would recommend to do if you just see one comic of it, and you realize, oh, this is boring as it is. 23, 1999. This is all about Lucky Socks. And honestly, this actually made me laugh. It's very average, and while it's not the greatest as it is, it's actually pretty funny, and made me laugh sometimes. 22, 1998. This very big arc starts off very nice by Teddy telling that, Angie was actually seen, and it turns out they changed their plans. This arc is how Angie broke up and went to another boyfriend. And this went through the entire of February, which was insane. And it's definitely a great way to start, with Teddy telling him, oh, no, they changed their plans. So, yeah, this was actually pretty awesome to start with. 21, 2004. The start of Mrs. Godfrey Comes Back starts pretty sweet when Teddy says, maybe she'll be nice. And then Nate just starts off with sarcasm, like, yeah, she'll be nice and stuff, and then sprinkle love with this and stuff. It makes me laugh a lot, and it's the great way to start a new arc. And start the arc of Mrs. Godfrey coming back from her, sabbatical. 2005. Francis tells Nate to be nice to Mrs. Godfrey, and Nate's like, what now? This is really interesting because it not only made me laugh a lot, but it's really funny and definitely made me laugh a lot in and even outside of my head. You know, that those things are real, but still, this is really funny. 2006. This is how Nate says to Spitzy, alright, this is how you would attack, when you hear a neighbor, just go and rah, rah, and stuff. And then he gives a mask to Ellen. This is pretty, interesting, and honestly, the mask is scary, but it's still a very interesting, comic to see. 2008. So basically, what happens is that Nate gets a letter from Jenny who wants to give it to, Arthur. And, really? I like this comic, and I feel bad for Nate, but it's still a very, interesting comic about a love's, arc. 2007. Martin is begging for, Nate to give the, I don't know how you say it, and to him, and it's really funny to see him beg. It's really funny to see, and made me laugh a lot. 2010. This comic made me laugh a lot. It's definitely aged well, just as his own thing, and it's just really funny to see Nate in the school counselor area, and just, I hate Arthur, yeah. And it's really funny to watch. 2012. This is how Nate tells to Francis that that Mrs. Godfrey is disappointed in Gina, and she's upset. And it's really funny to see, and made me laugh a lot. It's a very funny comic on its own. 2016. You're welcome, Matt. Oh, that's a scream. Besides that not so great joke, this is probably one of the most funniest jokes. I kept laughing to myself like, hey, welcome, Matt. Oh, that's a scream. It just made me laugh so much. It's not the greatest joke, but really made me laugh, and has definitely aged well. 2017. Just spitting your water or Coke or whatever, just to say, hey, we're gonna tell something nice about Mrs. Godfrey. And yeah, Nate spits, and it really made me laugh. It is definitely a comic that's definitely aged well, and is really funny. 2018. Well, this is still a rerun. This is a really funny comic on its own. Just Martin slipping up by accident. Now that is some comedic stuff. And it's really funny and made me laugh a lot. 2021. Dee Dee's so mad. So mad. And this made me laugh because she really wants to be Ariel in, the Little Mermaid play. And it just was very funny. It was sad to see that she was upset, but it really made me laugh a lot. It's a very interesting comic, and is definitely one that you should check out if you haven't. 1997. Gotta love some comedic humor, and they made themselves laugh, including me. This Sunday strip really aged well, simply because of comedic humor and just funny stuff, like burping out. Yeah, awesome. No, I'm serious. This was awesome, and I absolutely loved it. 2003. Just accidentally hitting Mrs. Godfrey by mistake is ouch. It's really funny to see how this happens, and made me laugh a lot. And this is one of those comics that really aged well, and just in terms of creativity and interest, because, it's just creative and very, interesting. 1992. So, Nate just pushed someone who looks like Francis. Everyone in the comment section thinks it's Chester. Chester looks a lot bigger, you guys. But yeah, this was a really funny, twist in the comic. Nate pushes Francis, but it's not really Francis. Who is this guy? He looks exactly like him, and we never know about this mystery ever. But still, this is a really funny comic strip and definitely has aged well. 1994. Now, this is an epic comic strip. Francis talking about Nate talking about his idea to give, the Action Cat to be part of the Winter Olympics, 1994. And honestly, the beginning of the arc really sets up the tone. And it's definitely one of the most funniest to see in Groundhog, on the day of Groundhog Day. 6, 2022. Well, this is technically just recycling a comic, and this is very recent. Definitely really made me, think of, wow, Bad Breath? This comic really is pretty funny, and definitely made me laugh, which is reason why I ranked it higher. It's just really funny to see, and definitely one of the most, and it's definitely right now a memorable comic. It is definitely memorable. 5, 2013. So this is the end of Jenny, at least for a while. But this made viewers sad because Jenny was going away and not going to appear for at least a few months. This comic is sad, but is very memorable because of saying goodbye to Jenny just for a few months, and then she comes back for a full circle. And this was honestly memorable and creative and interesting. 4, 2009. Not only this one very funny about the fact that the first letter of Francis just studying for random words is really funny, but it also mentions the first time of Groundhog Day. This is the first time they mention this is the first time he mentions Groundhog Day, which really is very interesting. And then when he just checks outside, it's snowing again. Like in March again. Like, seriously? But still, definitely makes a lot of sense. And made the humor very funny. 3, 2015. This is another mention of Groundhog Day. Nate and Teddy annoy Francis, and then he just runs off. But also, Nate complains, makes a complaint dent at school. And both of these comics are very memorable and are both very creative. 2, 2014. This was actually the very first Groundhog Day mention after 2009. And it's really funny because Spitzy tries to go into the hole of the groundhog, and then he misses. But then he also mentions Poundhog Day, which is a weird holiday that never exists. But mentioning that and showing both of those comics make them memorable, creative, and very interesting. 1, 2020. Just pranking someone on Groundhog Day instead of April Fool's is genius. So someone his grandpa, Nate's grandpa, Gramps, tries to get the groundhog, but then it bites him. However, he used fake blood. Gross, but also made the comic very memorable, which is why it's the most creative, the most interesting, and my favorite comic from Groundhog Day. Do you love Groundhog Day? Do you? Well, if you're not interested in Groundhog Day, just maybe check out these comics, because there are a lot of them. Some aren't even, there's very barely any mentions of Groundhog Day ever, because the others are just don't mention Groundhog Day ever. But still, there was a few of them and made them and they were the best. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.